Good morning, everyone. Quick story, and I guess what I've taken from it. I had a question for somebody who ranks over me at my job, and to be fair, they had just walked in the door, so they didn't have the time that I possibly would have needed. Now they didn't know what I needed, but I just asked, "Do you have a quick second?" Um, and they kind of blew me off, and I was a little out of joint over it, but I got past it and was just gonna just deal with what was what I needed to, and sometimes you just have to accept that things aren't going to work out. Um, but I kept asking when I had the opportunity to ask somebody else who was in charge. Um, they took the time to stop and listen and immediately came up with a solution um, that actually benefited me more than what my original, I guess, thought process would have been. I say all of that not to down the person who didn't have the time or to say that they didn't want to listen to what I had to say. It's not about that. It's about continuing to try. It's about continuing to ask questions. If you don't get an answer in one area or not a satisfactory answer within reason, then keep asking. But you have to want to, see your own causes through. So I felt what I had um, to request was worth continuing to ask. Now, I'm not saying that if you don't get your way, I don't know, at the local fast food restaurant that you keep complaining because your fries weren't ready quick enough. Or it's not what I'm talking about. But I guess some people can take it that way, and if they do, and if those fries are good enough, then hats off to you. What I'm talking about is rather than continuing to complain or have a defeatist attitude about our circumstances, utilize the system. And I mean that on every scale that's possible. We have to start looking at asking managers and managers, things like that. We have to start looking to legislative change. We have to start using petitions. Voting is coming up. These things are important. And that's how you can begin the process of making change. It doesn't always mean that it's going to come out the way that we want it to, but it means that we attempted to take the route that is laid out for us, that is said to be part of the fair process for each person to enjoy a certain amount of um, liberty in a grander scale, but just the chance to be heard. Everybody should have the chance to be heard, have their words heard, and be able to, again, speak their mind, ask their questions, and be given the proper attention and answer. If that answer isn't satisfactory, again, go to a place where the answer might be satisfactory. Find the person who may or may not be able to not always solve your problem, but give you the answer that will allow you to have closure to the problem or just the question. So, guys, hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully it didn't drag on too long, but allow the system, trust the system in a lot of ways to at least try it. You can always be apprehensive. You can always not be too sure, and that's where I was at. But it did work out by finding another source that was willing to hear what I had to say, what my questions and concerns were, and they addressed them immediately. So, guys, hopefully this helps. It's tough times, and there's a lot of discourse and sometimes just unrest in how we feel about not only our government but all the way down. So hopefully, again, one person's story can help reinstill a little value into just trusting. All right, guys, peace, love, unity, solidarity.